Hey guys, this is Zara, of course. So you guys have probably already heard this story, seeing as it's about 5 days old now, but this is the first chance I have to really cover it. So you're gonna hear it from me right now, and you're gonna pretend you haven't heard it before. Okay, so I think about 2 videos ago I mentioned somebody named Fallon Fox, and she is a trans woman fighting in the UFC. So now, this other UFC fighter was suspended, hopefully forever, for comments he made against her. Now, I am going to read these comments for you, and I must say this is the most offended I've been from any kind of transphobic comment in a while. Yeah, I'll just read what he said. Where is it? Because she is not a he. He is a he said. He's chromosomally a man. He had a gender change, not a sex change. He's still a man. He was a man for 31 years. 31 years. That's a couple of years younger than I am. He's a man. 6 years of taking performance-enhancing drugs. You think you're going to change all that? That's ridiculous. That is a lying, sick, sociopathic, disgusting freak. Mitrione said. I'll say his name after. And I mean that. Because you lied on your license to beat up women. That's disgusting. You should be embarrassed of yourself. And the fact that Florida licensed him because California licensed him, or whoever the hell did it, it's an embarrassment to us as fighters, as a sport, and we should all protest that. The woman that's fighting him, props to you. I hope you beat his ass, and I hope he gets blackballed and never fights again, because that's disgusting and I'm appalled by that. So what's really disgusting and appalling was what he said. So this guy's name is Mitrione or something. And as I said in the last video, or as you're possibly hearing for the first time, I don't watch UFC. I just don't really enjoy watching people fight. But where does he get off saying that? I hope he understands that he just lost a lot of fans. And I mean, I understand that the kinds of people who watch UFC, most of them probably would agree with what he said. Most of them are those macho kind of men who generally hate us, who generally do not understand trans people and think we're freaks. This guy called trans people disgusting freaks. Like, what does he expect? Not to say that they're all like that, though, actually. I mean, the big kind of manly macho kind of guy. Because my sister's boyfriend, actually. I've known him for like 11 years now. He's been dating my sister for a very long time. I've known him since I was like 10 years old. Since before a transition. And he's the nicest guy. He actually, I think he would be the same way even if he had never met me before. But he's a big advocate for anti-bullying, equal rights, basically. Like, I mean, he isn't really an activist like I am, but he certainly believes in the cause. I get that vibe from him, where no one should be picked on for any reason. You know, he's a big, strong guy, and I think even he was picked on in school. I don't remember why, but you know, there are some good guys out there. It's just, where does this guy get off saying that, really? And what does he expect the outcome is going to be? Where everyone is like, yeah, he's right, they are disgusting freaks. We should kill them all. And then we all die. I mean, that's a bit far-fetched, but... What are you growling at? That's a bit far-fetched, but... The whole thing just pisses me off. I don't know. I'm glad, though, that the UFC kind of Well, they suspended him, I know that. Actually, they actually posted a comment to what he said themselves. And this is it. The UFC was appalled by the transphobic comments made by heavyweight Matt Mitrione today in an interview on the MMA Hour. The organization finds Mr. Mitrione's comments offensive and wholly unacceptable, and as a direct result of this significant breach of the UFC's code of conduct, Mr. Mitrione's UFC contract has been suspended and the incident is being investigated. The UFC is a friend and ally of the LGBT community and expects and requires all 450 of its athletes to treat others with dignity and respect. So props to them. Props to them for doing that, but you gotta wonder how many companies say that just for the sake of saying it, because you know if they said otherwise, then I think a lot of people would like boycott the UFC, seriously. I don't know. I think a lot more people are starting to believe in equal rights. That's the way it seems to me. You know what, the worst thing about this is that in this guy's head, this Fallon Fox, the trans woman who is fighting in the UFC, she transitioned so that she could specifically beat up women. Like, are you a fucking moron? I don't know what he's thinking. He obviously has taken too many hits to the head. Okay. But yeah, you've heard what I had to say about this. The guy's a fucking douchebag, and I hope he never fights again. I seriously do. I hope he just ruined his career by that. Because what gives you the right? What gives you the right? Stuff like this just angers me. Even though I have no direct involvement, I don't watch UFC, none of that. It's just any time any trans person for any reason is we're shat on, basically. I don't know. It just hurts my feelings, even though it wasn't towards me. It kind of indirectly was towards me, because he would also say that I am a he. No, I'm not a he, I'm a she, dumbass. But yeah, I've said enough on the topic. So this is Zara, of course, as always. And yeah, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And say hello to my puppies, actually. This is my little girl, Malibu. And Yogi's over here. I know, they're adorable. Off topic, but whatever. Okay. Peace out.